Hi, my name is Jess and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share my sewing resolutions for 2024. This was actually a tag that was going around on Instagram, but I thought it would make a really cool video idea because I am aiming to do a video a week on this channel this year. Eek. Let's see how we go. That's one of I guess let's call that a sewing resolution as well. One video a week on this channel. I actually have a fair few videos planned up until maybe mid-Feb, so I'm hoping that I'll just kind of get on a bit of a roll. It's not just going to be sewing content. If you will have seen my introduction video, which I'll link down below if you haven't, it's going to be a lot of other things. It'll be a lot of sewing and fashion kind of related content, but also life content as well. Anyway, totally not what I came on here to talk about. But yeah, I am going to have a sewing space again this year, because I am moving my office. So I worked from home for many years and I finally got myself an office space, in a co-working space. So I have my own little desk, which I'm really excited about. And it also means that because I'm doing that, my desk can now become my sewing space again. So I can have my sewing machine out, my overlocker out, and just kind of get that room all set up again. So I'm really excited to have some actual proper sewing space. It's been really hard. I've been sewing kind of on a table from IKEA in our living room, which is fine, but I do find that because they're not just out, my motivation to have to get everything out and set it up and then put it away again is just not there. So I'm hoping by having them out, I will actually have a lot more motivation to do some sewing. So anyway, in the tag on Instagram, there were a few choices for you to choose from. And so the idea is that you would select the one that applies to you. So I've kind of used those. Sorry, I'm just getting my iPad up. I have used those and then I'll kind of talk about them a little bit more as well. So the first one is sew more or concentrate on quality. And for this one, for me, it's a little bit of both. I haven't actually sewn for a really long time. My sewing mojo has been gone for years and years. And so I'm definitely going to try and get that back this year. So I am going to be focused on sewing more because obviously I have been sewing really nothing much. But also I want to make sure that what I'm sewing is really good quality. So I want to take my time with sewing them. I want to make sure the finishes are really nice. And I want to make sure the things I'm going to be able to wear for years to come. So whilst I do want to sew more this year, I do also want to make sure that I am maintaining that quality this year as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. But I don't know, when I made my wedding dress, I obviously made sure the finishes were really nice. So since then, I have been a lot better at making sure that my garments are really finished really nicely. All the insides are, overlocked or French seamed or anything like that. So I'm definitely going to be focusing on that this year as well. The second one is sew for yourself or sew for others. I have always been a selfish sewer and that's not going to be changing this year. I just find it a lot easier to sew for myself. I will sew for Mia for little things. She's my daughter, she's 1.5, but I don't know, she's at that stage where she grows a lot and, she's out and about doing stuff and, she just kind of wears her everyday clothes so that she can get messy and play and we don't have to worry about it. So I don't really sew a lot for her. I've really very rarely sew for Kenneth. So yeah, definitely still sewing for myself this year. It's where my motivation lies. It's why I want to sew. So that is, why I will be sewing for myself this year. Upgrade fabric stash or use fabric stash. I'm definitely going to be using my fabric stash this year. I sold a lot of my fabric stash over the last few years. I have significantly decreased my fabric stash. But we're in 2024. Late last year, my auntie, who works at a kind of thrift shop on the other side of town, had a lot of fabric come in from, they think she was a dressmaker. It was a deceased estate. And there were just some really beautiful fabrics. I should do a bit of a haul on that too. So I did actually replenish a bit of my fabric stash through that as well. Obviously I paid for them, but they were very cheap. So Yes, I'm definitely going to be using my fabric stash this year. Yeah, I'm really excited to kind of start moving through that. There was a lot of like knits and stuff, but there was some other really, really nice like woven fabrics as well that I'm really excited to use. Try new patterns or old patterns. If you know me and if you followed me for a long time, you know that I tend to kind of stick to my same tried and true patterns. So I am definitely going to do that, but in my next video after this one is going to be my Make 9 for 2024. And in that, there are quite a few things that I'm making that I've never really made before. So there will be some new patterns coming into the mix, but I will probably stick with pattern companies that I know that I like and know and have used before. So I'm very much like, I'll branch out a little bit, but I don't know. I think when you find a pattern that you like, you've made it a few times, you kind of know the things you do differently next time. And it's a lot easier to, I think, get the quality finishes on those items because you kind of made them a few times. So yeah, definitely trying to stick with the same patterns, but if not, at least the same pattern makers so that I know that I kind of like their stuff and the sizing suits me and all that kind of stuff. The last one is learn new techniques or enjoy the process. I'm definitely wanting to just enjoy the process this year and not try anything too extreme, but there are some things, and you'll have to watch my Make 9 to see, there are some things in there that I've never made before. So obviously there will be some new techniques that come from doing that, but I really, just kind of want to get back into enjoying the process. I do feel like because I have moved into an office space and I'm not just at home anymore, I'm really excited about getting dressed in the morning, and I have a lot of ideas for stuff that I want to make that I can wear to the office is what I'm just calling it. It's just easier. So I feel like that's really helping my sewing motivation come back as well, is because I actually have somewhere to wear them now instead of just wearing them around home. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for sewing in 2024. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to do a video every week on this channel, not necessarily always sewing related, but there will be a lot of sewing related or fashion related content coming out this year, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, please make sure you give this video a like. Let me know down below what your sewing resolutions are for 2024. I'd love to know, have you done this tag on Instagram, or what special things or goals do you have for sewing in 2024? Please make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.